Would you have a one-line piece of advice for anyone wanting to come into the rail industry or just into engineering as a whole, to a young person that's maybe just thought about it a little bit but isn't 100%?
I think that really think about engineering. It's a fantastic career. If you are creative, if you're inquisitive, if you like to learn about what's going on, if you want to know how things work and you like being challenged, that's what engineering is all about. It isn't I never do the same thing every day. I'm always looking at new, different things every day, and my teams, because I've got such a broad array of different types of engineers that work for me, there is nothing that's the same, but everything all interconnects. So if you think of the way the overhead line interconnects with the train, that interconnects with the track, that interconnects with the drainage system, that connects with the station platforms as it's going through. So everything is a big system. You have one thing that goes out of kilter and it could disrupt something else on the network. So you could have it where a train hits a platform or there's a dip in the track and that then affects the overhead line and you get lots of interference. That then affects the signalling system. So you have to think about how everything interconnects. So I think that's the most exciting thing about Network Rail and the rail industry and about engineering, is that it's a massive, great big system, a really creative environment. And you may think now that, I don't like being, in a typical boy sense, creative. Whereas one of the things I reflect on when I was younger, I used to have things called Cindy dolls, and I used to make my Cindy doll things, and I'd make it a little house and a little bed and all out of cardboard boxes and stuff. And that's just being creative. My kids are really into Minecraft. Again, that's really being creative. So don't think that engineering is somebody in dirty overalls.
Yeah, that's the hard hats.
Hard hats, the dirty overalls and muck. There is that if you want that sort of building, and loads of engineering companies can do that. But the predominance of engineering in the UK is really high tech, and it's really clean, and it's really interesting and really challenging.
Something for everyone to get into there.
Absolutely. I've spoken to girls who love geography. They're now doing a year out with us, and they're looking at being a geotechnical engineer, which is somebody who looks after all the earthworks. It's all the mud and the muck and how it's all formed by the side of the tracks and the way in which water flows through the earthworks by the side of the track.
You'd never think of, geotechnical engineering.
Yeah, what's that?
You wouldn't have a clue, would you? Does being an engineer affect how you think about things in day-to-day life?
Definitely, because you always want to think about you always wonder how things work.
Yeah.
There's always that inquisitiveness as to how does that work, how does it go together, how do I fix it? Yeah, everything, it really does, because just as that inquisitive mind, I think the other thing we are is quite into the detail.
Yeah.
So we have to get out of the detail.
Just see the bigger picture.
See the bigger picture sometimes, yes.
Which qualities would you say are beneficial in your role? What about your personality helps you here?
Definitely being challenged, definitely loving to leave a legacy. So really wanting to do that. Creativity is really important for me. Leading people and developing people, I love that part of my role as well.